How to evaluate a coaching strategy. When someone is coaching you, you are going to want to think about what is going on and how you are handling things. If someone is working for you, then you should be able to tell right away. If you are not finding it to be effective for you, then you must take the initiative to make things go your way and to be more successful in life. Make a list of the good things that happen for you and what you are gaining from them. Take the time to write down anything that is not working for you so that you can make the necessary changes. If you are having trouble with something and it is not creating a good outcome for you, then you need to sit down and think of different ideas to be more goal-oriented and change your life for the better. When you are finding that your coaching strategy is helping you, then you will be able to evaluate it all so that it is working better for you and your needs. If you are not happy with the strategy that you are using, then you have to make the change and move on to something else. You need to be successful in everything that you do so that you are staying on the right path all the time. Do not get carried away with a coaching strategy if it is not working for you. There are so many different techniques that you can follow for each idea. If you are trying to gain control over a problem, you will want to come up with a solution that is going to work best for you. Take advantage of control so that you are reevaluating a coaching strategy that works best for you. Look at what you are doing and what it is working out best for you. Think about the opportunities that you are doing and what is going to be something that is easier for you to achieve. You need to be the one that determines your future and what goals you set for yourself. If you are not willing to take the leap into life, then you are the one that is going to suffer for it later on. You need to think about the goals and the dreams that you have set in place for yourself so that you are better able to make everything come together. If you have a good coaching strategy that is working for you, well, you will want to be sure that you take notice of it. You need to reflect on this idea and use it no matter what you are doing. Think about how this is working for you so that you can apply it to other aspects of life. Figure out a goal in life and then make it work for you. When you are sure that you are gaining control over a problem, you will be the one to determine if you are in the right position in life. Having a good strategy, rules, and problems is going to be something that will help you is a more oriented goal. Using your goals to make your life better is something that you should be proud of. Do not let anything stand in your way, and be sure of what you want. There is nothing in life that you cannot achieve if you work hard at it and do whatever is necessary to be in control of things. Figure out the differences in your life and what is not helping you with your strategies. If you are serious about making changes and being more successful with every possible part of your life, then you need to apply yourself and be ready for any challenge that comes your way. How coaching strategies, your career, and your personal goals will intermingle. Using coaching strategies in your life is something that you should appreciate. You need to work hard in order to make everything happen. You should be able to think about what is most important and what is going on in your life. Think about something that you want in your career or personal life. How far are you willing to go in order to make it all happen for you? Letting your personal life and your business life be mixed up can be a mistake in some cases. You should work hard at thinking if you are ready for everything that is going to come your way and all that you want out of your goals. Remember, goals are something to help you work harder and be committed to everything you do in life. There is nothing in life that you should not go after. If you have a good method of making things work out for you, then you will have the power to do just about anything. Coaching strategies are going to change for everyone. There is no person that is not going to do everything the same. You should let your career and personal life work for you so that you are not missing being happy and being satisfied. When you are on the right track for work, you will find that your personal life will soon follow. You will be in control and ready to make your entire world different. You should be excited about everything that you do. Do not let anyone bring you down and make your goals seem little. You have to be excited about what you are doing and what you want to do. You are the one that is in control and does not let anyone tell you differently. Keeping your personal life and your business career separate is not always easy. You will find that there are things that are going to be in the way, and you're having to get ready for them. You should work hard to keep everything separated so that you are not being mixed up in life. You have to know what you want in both categories and go after what you want. Your personal goals are going to be one of the most important things in your life. You have to make sure that you have all of the help that you are looking for so that you can be a great success and be able to achieve goals that are most important to you. Do not go overboard and think about what is going to be the most important to you and your desired success limits. It's going to be exciting when you find out what you can do with your own powers of success. Getting ready for the things ahead is something that you should do. You need to be prepared and able to keep your motivation in life. If you do not work hard at keeping your life on track, then you are not going to be able to have the happy life that you deserve. Making a list of your goals for life is something that you can do to get ahead. When you are keeping track of what is most important, you will find it much easier and more satisfying to your life. Finding goals that are going to work for you is important. You should think about everything that is happening in your life and what you need to make it all come together. You are the one that is in control, so keep this in mind and bring everything in your life to full circle. If you think that you need some motivation, then you should try to find a motivational coach to help you find the energy that is inside you somewhere. Success is measured more than by money. Do not let money control your life. Although it is nice to have money and to be financially stable in life, you will want to make sure that you have so much more than just that. You need to think about the things that are working for you and what is going to measure your level of success the most. Success is going to be determined by how good you are feeling about your life. You are going to want to think about the things that you do in life and how you take on challenges. Do not be afraid to look at your life and what is going on in it. Are you happy with everything that you are doing and all that is going on? Is there something that you should change about yourself or the role that you are playing? If you are thinking about what your levels of success are and how they are determined, you will want to really examine your life and all that you have achieved. Success is measured by the amount of goals that you have reached over your life. You need to think about everything that you have wanted and make happen, and to have much of it become a reality. Are you completely satisfied with everything that you have done and all that is going on in your life? If you have achieved many goals and did your best to make them work to your advantage, then you are really doing well. You can also measure success by the amount of friends and family that you have. You need to be aware of everything that you do so that you are keeping the people that mean the most to you close. You should always make sure that you are keeping them near so that they are not let out of your circle. Think about what you can do to make them feel more appreciated. You have to maintain a certain level of responsibility when it comes to being close to those that you love and making them feel appreciated too. When you can go home at the end of the night and feel good about what you have done for the day, you are going to notice that you have more than what you can imagine. You will feel better knowing that you have put yourself in a place where you can be who you want to be and not have to worry about how you got there. You know that you did the right thing, and you're going to be very successful because of it. Measuring how well you succeed in life is going to be something that can make you feel good about who you are. You should never put your success off for another day. It will be helpful to think about who you are and what you do in life. You may find that a coach is going to make things so much better. You will notice that once you get on track, you will be ready to do everything in life that you want and so much more. You need to measure your success in life by what you do and how you do it. There is more to life than having a lot of money. If you have a good name for yourself and a respectful reputation, you are going to be more powerful than what you could ever imagine. You will find out just how much success you have and what life is all about when you realize everything that you have accomplished over a lifetime. How to measure your personal financial success. In order to be ready for your own success in life, you need to realize your ability. You have to be able to determine what you have done and how far in life you want to go. There is so much more out there waiting for you, and all that you need to do is figure out a good plan and make it happen for you in life. There are a few steps to do this, and you have to make sure that you are gaining control of your own personal financial success. One thing is that you need to be ready for your opportunity. You have to know that you need to deal with this if it is in your future. When you are studying financial services, you will see that everyone around you is almost the same. We all have dreams and goals, and we do what is best in our life to make them happen. It is all about what we do and how far we are willing to take our success. You should also pay attention to your numbers. You need to understand where you are financially. You need to realize the statistics and what they mean to your future. You need to be independent on yourself when it comes to your finances, and you should be able to support the lifestyle that you have no matter what. Find out what you are expecting in life, and then you may go from there. Look at why some people are retiring with no money. There are two reasons for this, and the first is that they decide to retire with lots of money. They will wish for this anyway, but they may not be able to do it. The main reason for this is that they are waiting too late to make it happen for themselves. Another reason is that they decide that they do not want to be rich when they retire, so they are happy for just average. The main thing to remember is that it is up to the person and how they want to retire in life. You need to make sure that you have the desire to be a financial success. You should work hard and be a great motivation to yourself. If you are finding it hard to be motivated and energized, you will have to do certain things to make sure that you are getting to where you need to be. You have to figure out what you can do to be more productive and energetic about your life. If a coach is someone that you may need, you should take this step to find the right type of business coach for your life. Be determined to be successful in your finances. You need to make sure that you are disciplined so that you're using good structure in your life. You have to fight over obstacles in order to be a financial success. There are certain things that you need to do so that you are able to be happy and wealthy based on what your expectations are. Your future is going to be the focus of your life, and you need to figure out a way to make your finances very successful. You need to go into action as soon as possible. You need to find the right decision to be independent in your finances so that you are not looking at a short-term goal. You want your financial success to be long-term so that you stay on track and can be guaranteed good finances in the future. You need to work out a plan and think about what is most important to your finances. You need to resolve any problems in your money situation so that you are able to move on and make good choices for the rest of your financial strategy. Remember, do not let a setback get in your way. You need to be persistent and be aware of all the problems that can come your way. You should never give up and be ready to move forward with your life and achieve all of your goals. How to measure your personal self-fulfillment. Being fulfilled in life is something that you need to think about. You have to make sure that you are keeping on track about what is most important to you. No matter what you are doing in life, you need to be happy. You need to work through your issues and think about what you are doing every time you are thinking about changing something in your life. There are ways to measure your personal fulfillment, and they are not exactly what you may think. Having a goal in life is something that everyone needs to have. You should have goals all the time. Setting goals is one way that you can make sure that things happen and feel good about doing something that you really thought about. It is important to be strict with your goals and make sure that they happen, because you are the one that is going to need to have this as your measure of success in life. Being fulfilled in life is something that you should do because you are the one that is going to be looking for more later on. You need to be happy with the choices that you make and all the things that you do at work and in your personal life. You should not let others be in control of your happiness, and they should never determine what you do next. You have to make the important decisions that life throws your way and be ready for all the different choices to come. It is something that will bring you closer to all your hard work and determination. Never measure your life's success with money. You do not have to think about money as your value in gold. You have to set goals for yourself and worry about things as they come. You need to be persistent and think about what you have to do to get out of life and be happy to be content. There are many things that will try to stop you with your goals, but the most important thing you can do is work hard and be more productive no matter what. You will feel good about yourself and glad that you made the choices to be as productive as you could. Do not let anything stand in your way. You are the only one that is going to be able to push yourself the way that you need to. If you have a hard time being motivated and staying in control of everything that goes on, you may want to think about getting a personal coach. These people are trained to help others to be more successful and able to reach all of their personal thoughts. You should check into this option and try to find one that works best for you. Think about how happy you are. Are you ready for a change? And if so, are you willing to take the next step in life? If so, you need to think about all the different factors that you can do to be more productive and use your goals to make them achievable. You have to put your goals out there and be serious about making them a reality. You will feel great about yourself and be able to measure your success by how great you feel each day. Once you learn about how you are feeling about your success levels, you will be able to determine if you need to increase them or if you are living a much fulfilled life with what you are doing now. Commitment and success strategies for your personal life. Having goals to make your life the way that you want is important. You should think about the different levels of success that you want and how far you are willing to go after them. Think about all the different methods that you can come up with so that you are using your best interest to be as successful as possible. Being committed is going to be something that anyone who is serious about his or her success should do. You need to be committed in life to thinking about all the different strategies that you can work up. Are you able to be strong and determined in life to be a huge success? If so, you are ready to take the next step in life. This step is going to be one that takes you over the top and gives you all the ability to be as successful as possible. There is nothing in life that you cannot do. All you really need in life is to have a great determination and a strong personality. You should always be ready for what you need to do. Having goals is one way to make sure that you have the power to be a huge success and to be able to make the dreams happen. Your dreams are very crucial to your happiness and all the goals that you have. Without goals, you are going to be a sad and very unstable person. Being goal-oriented is going to make you appreciate everything that you do in life. You should always think about the things that you do and how they are going to affect your life. Are you doing everything that you can to be as successful as possible? Make sure that you are doing all that you can to stay on top of what you need to do. If you plan something, the best thing that you can do is stick to it. You have to make sure that you are trying your best to bring all of your goals to the front of the line and make them happen for you. Commitment to everything you do is going to be especially important. You should work hard at what you are doing and keep an open mind to all the possibilities in life. Choose your thoughts carefully and be willing to go the next step. You should always work hard and think of what is most important to you. There is nothing that can stop you when you have the right thoughts jammed into your head and thinking about it all the time. You will find more satisfaction in your life when you are sure of what is going on and how hard you have to work. Others will see your commitment in what you are doing. Once you are recognized for all your hard work and determination, you are going to feel great about what you have achieved. You are going to have more success and know that you did what you had to in order to be a great success story in the end. Do not hesitate to be sure of what you want in life. When you are setting goals and making commitments to certain things in life, you are the one that is going to be in control and choose what you do next. Remember, goals can be made every day. You are the one that is going to be able to choose your goals and everything that you do. Make sure that you have something in mind for your life and then go after it. Do not let anyone stand in your way of making your dreams work for you, and go after each and every one. There is no stopping you when you see all the power within yourself and use your goals to keep you committed to what is most important. How to discover your personal skills for success. You have to understand that you need to find out what it is that you have as a personal skill that you can enhance for your own personal success. Keep in mind that success comes in many forms. The ultimate success is looking at your life and finding contentment. You will want to continue to find yourself and define yourself so that you can see the success that you have had and figure out what it is that you want to become. You need to think about some things about your personal life, your career, your family, and so on, so that you can see what it is that you are looking for. You will find that personal success can mean so much. You will need to consider the fact that no one can tell you whether or not you are a success, but you have to feel it. The first thing that you will need to do to find your personal skills is to think about a few things that you enjoy and what you are good at. A lot of people like to draw. A lot of people like to do problem solving. When you put the skills together, you can find yourself in a successful art career, creative design career, and many other career-related opportunities. You will want to consider the fact that there are a lot of things that you will need to do in order to define yourself, and you may find that this step is not the easiest. You will need to also explore some possible natural skills that you may have by trying new things. Secondly, you are going to have to consider what it is that you want to use the skills for. Once you have a goal in your life in general, or for your career or family, you will be able to set a clear path to success. Keep in mind that you don't just become an overnight success. This is something that is going to take a while to build on, and it is going to take a while for you to develop a clear written path to meet your goals. Keep in mind that if you set yourself up with some goals, then your life will have more meaning. The third thing that you have to realize is that there are going to be some setbacks here and there. You have to overcome your obstacles so that you can make it, so that you can become a success. You will need to use the support of your friends and family to help you emotionally stay on track. You will also need to consider that there are a lot of things that you need to do in order to get over the obstacles, and sometimes you may have to give something up. For instance, if you break a hand and you're a crafter, then you need to give the goal up for a little while and work on your rehabilitation. Once you have overcome the obstacle, you can truly make some progress. Finally, you have to understand what it means to be successful. In the end, you may feel that you have not become successful at all as for the goal. However, you will find that your hard work doesn't just pay off in career success. You may find along the way that you made choices that led to success in other areas of your life. A lot of people will even give up their career because their family means more to them. These types of people are not quitters by any means, but they define their success as not just having a successful career, but a success and fulfilling life. You have to realize that your mind is going to change, and your goals are going to change. Just because you trade in one goal for another and find some sort of happiness and success there, it doesn't mean that you are not a successful person. How a success happens overnight. You always hear a lot of celebrities that just seem to become an overnight success, but it's not exactly how it happened. Maybe the celebrity did small roles for years in movies that you loved, but you never knew it. The thing is that no one becomes an overnight success. Yes, you may wake up one day and feel that you have finally made your goal and feel like an overnight success, but sometimes you may even forget that you worked so hard for years because the success was so enlightening. The truth is that you can't become an overnight success. You can become a success, but it is going to take some time, energy, possibly money for you to meet your ultimate goals. The first thing that you need to do is figure yourself. You need to figure out who you are and what it is that you want for life. You need to then define yourself and understand the consequences of the change. For example, a lot of people wish to go on a reality TV show and then become a big star, but there are consequences that you may not think of. You may not think about the way that it is going to affect you emotionally and mentally. You need to sit down and figure out what it is that you are good at and would like to work at and become a success over. You will also need to consider that there are many skills that you are going to have to build on. Even rock stars and singers need dance classes and vocal lessons. You may need to get yourself enrolled in some classes to build perfect your skills and educate yourself. Before you start signing up for classes, you need to set your goals. Of course, the classes will help you to meet your goals, but you need to start with a sense of direction. For those who go to college straight out of high school, they tend to take a lot of general classes because they need to take some time to transform and define themselves. Maybe after the second year there is a goal in mind and a major claimed. This is the way that you should approach all your goals. Make a general sense of direction and then see where it takes you. People change their mind all the time, and you may change your goals every now and then, but you are still working on becoming a sort of success. Once you have defined your goals and will then need to set some markers so that you can track your success. You will find that if you write a plan to the goal, you will be able to see how far you have come and how far you have to go to find success. You will also need to keep in mind that every milestone that you pass is some sort of success, and you should award yourself. If your goal is to lose weight, then for every 10 pounds you should always indulge yourself in one thing that you love. This will keep you motivated and on your path. As to becoming an overnight success or feeling like an overnight success, it is a change of mind. It is where you finally realize that you have worked so hard, come so far, and that you have noticed a definite change. You need to consider the fact that change does not dramatically happen overnight. You need to consider that there are many things that you will need to do in order to find success, and there are many hardships that you will have to overcome. However, in the end, you will feel one day like you have just won an amazing award. The feeling is often like you are an overnight success, but in your heart, you know different. How your success can continue well into the future. You have to consider the fact that your success can continue far into the future, but you have to want it to. You have to stop worrying about just today and start thinking about today and tomorrow. You're going to have to think about the ways that you are going to be affected in the future because of the success that you are having right now. You are also going to have to stop thinking about the past. You can't change the past. You can't make the past right. The only thing that you can change is today and tomorrow. You need to start thinking about your own procrastination and overcoming procrastination and your spending sins so that you can start thinking about the success that you could have in the future. The problem with a lot of people is that they are thinkers. They think and plan, but they never take any action for their own success. This is called procrastination. You can't put things on hold for tomorrow that you could do today because you will never get anywhere. You will need to take some steps so that you don't allow procrastination to take over your possible future success. First, you are going to have to set yourself some goals and boundaries. The boundaries will actually be deadlines so that you can do things to push yourself forward. Even if you use this sense of thinking for everyday things like laundry and the dishes, Because for you to be a success, you have to look a success and to feel like a success, and clutter is just one of the many things that could hold your success back. Also, if you want to work on your procrastination and your potential success, then you not only have to look successful, but you have to have health too. What is the use of having success if you can't enjoy it? You will need to learn how to keep the body going by watching your calories and your fat intake so that you can keep your heart going strong. You will also need to allow yourself the time to get rest. A person should have at least 7 hours of sleep or more. You need to also work on not just your physical well-being, but your mental state. You need to take control of some of the mental issues and also work on being completely healthy. The key is to plenty of water, good eats, sleep, and exercise. You also need to think about your confidence level. If you really want to stay a success or find more success, you have to avoid being a perfectionist and start thinking about your own self-confidence. You will need to make sure that you let go of the negative feelings and replace them with positive feelings. You can do this by having a regular yoga session or having a day of relaxing and recuperation. When you take a day or a step away from business and stress, you will find that you live a lot better and find the confidence to reach for success. As for the financial success, you will need to consider putting some of your income away so that you can live and retire without having to worry about where you are going to get your next meal. By the time you retire, your bills should go down. You possibly may not have a mortgage, and you will just need enough money to get you by yearly so that you don't have to worry about the bills. Money worries can age anyone 10 years, and there is no need for that type of worry when it comes to your future. You need to start thinking about your future finances so that you can reflect on yourself and feel like a success. How success coaching can be affordable. What is life coaching? You will find that these types of therapists or coaches will specialize in certain areas of your life so that you can become a better person and find some personal success. You will find that it can work for areas like careers, transition coaching, personal coaching, health awareness coaching, parent coaching, and entrepreneur coaching. This is a person who will come in and tell you what you have to do in order to find specific success. They will help guide you through the emotional ride and help you find the success that you are looking for. You will need to keep in mind that there are many coaching businesses that are very expensive. This can be as expensive as therapy. If you are looking to make this something that you will be able to afford, then you are going to want to follow some of the tips in this article. First, you need to realize that your goals are not going to be met just from your own motivation. You will need to ask your close friend or even a family member to sit down with you and show you ways to get over some of your obstacles and work towards a specific goal. It may seem that this friend can be your coach, however, you are just asking them to motivate you, and then you are going to have to rely on yourself to get the job done. This is a great approach for those who lack confidence, and not for those who are procrastinators. For those who are procrastinators, you are going to need a lot more than just motivation and confidence, but you are going to have someone there to help you get through it. Basically, you will need to consider paying for the coach to write up a plan for you so that you have a sense of direction. If you have a wife or husband, you may want to jump into this together. You need to set the paths together and be each other's support system so that you can work closely with each other. But it also means that you're going to have to find a lot of time for each other. Another way to cut the cost is to see a counselor and not a therapist. A counselor is very different. They may have a degree in social studies, but they are not licensed therapists. They are not allowed to give you psychotherapy, and they are just there as a friend that can help you to come up with when you are feeling a bit overwhelmed. They will help you do some research with you and learn how you can meet your goals together. They will not track your progress, but they may ask you to come in and see them every now and then so you can find the motivation to keep up the good work. Keep in mind that there is some criticism of life coaches. It is not something that is regulated because you don't have to have a degree at all. Keep in mind that if something doesn't seem right, then you may not want to listen to the life coach because they do not have a licensed degree or a right to tell you how you should do anything. Sometimes it is just best to confide in a close friend or relative because you never have to pay for that. However, you are able to judge the person's motive, and you also have a trust based on friendship. This may sound better to be a person in hiring someone because at least you know that there is a line there, and you can really open up about some of your fears and obstacles that may hold you back. How you can apply success coaching to your personal life. There are a lot of reasons why you will want to have a life coach, and there are a lot of ways that you can use the life coach tips to help you find success. You need to admit to yourself that you first need help. You need to admit that the future that you have now is not what the future that you would like to have. You will find that the life coach that you hire will ask you what it is that you want out of life, and then they will help you to get on a path so that you can meet all of your future goals. You will find that there are a lot of people who are looking for their happiness, but they are unable to sustain their happiness. You will want to consider the fact that there are many ways that you can see yourself happy, and then there are a lot of ways that you can find your happiness if you look at working on your life in the many different ways. You will also want to consider the fact that a life coach will take you anywhere that you want to go. It's really all about what you want, and they do not suggest that you have to change your entire life to find your happiness. One of the ways that you can take their advice is so that you can set better goals to help motivate yourself. You will be able to identify all that you need to work on, and then you will be able to reach for a lot of your dreams at the same time. Your coach will give you the confidence and the motivation just by allowing you to set some goals. Secondly, you will need to think about the ways that you can accomplish your goals. This means that your coach will help you to find a way for you to make your to-do lists and make them into smaller goals. This way, to build your confidence and work quickly towards a common goal. You will also find that you will make less big mistakes when you learn to accomplish the little goals, but it also helps you to find the self-confidence that you need. With a life coach, you will feel that you make fewer mistakes in your personal life or even in your career. This is because the coach is going to teach you how to trust yourself. They are going to show you that you are able to make good decisions and that you are going to find a lot of confidence in their motivation. This will help you to work out any of the emotional issues that you have that hold you back from having success. You will also take their advice when it comes to moving up in the world. They are going to make you feel so good about yourself that you are going to find an emotional balance that will allow you to reach for better things. You are going to have the confidence that you need to get the promotions or get the date. You are going to be charged completely because of the way that you feel about yourself and your current success rate. You will learn how to overcome your fears and hang-ups so that you can work on yourself. Because of the confidence, you will be able to find the success that you need to be happy. In the end, the coach is going to show you how to become a successful and confident person. How you can apply success strategies to your family life. You will find that when it comes to busy families today, there seems to be no room for the family to become a support system. The family life today seems to be torn apart. The mom needs to work and the father needs to work to support the family financially. This may or may not be the reason for a loose family, but the truth is that the whole family should come together on the time that they do have. Instead of allowing the kids to go out during the weekdays, make them stay home and have a family time day so that you can keep your family structure tight. Just because everyone has a different schedule doesn't mean that you can't have the family close-knit. You have to have a tight family. However, it is going to take some time and planning to help you to smooth the family cracks. You are going to have to consider that everyone needs to have their own time to do things, and everyone needs their friend time. But make sure that there is family time. Here are some tips on how you can keep the family moving in the right direction. As a parent, you need to stress how important it is for everyone to be home for dinner. Sometimes it won't always work out because one or the other will need to be at work or be at football practice and so on. The key is to make sure that most of the family is together for dinner most of the time. You will need to set down some rules and how long the kids can be out with their friends, and stress the family time at dinner time is important to you. Instead of taking this time to be silent or watch TV, you need to make the family sit at the table and talk about their day. Allow everyone to get a chance. Also, you are going to have to work hard on being a good parent yourself. This means you can't just push your kids or mate away. You need to make sure that the lines of communication are always open. When it comes to the kids, you need to make sure that they trust you and feel that they can come to you at any time. You need to stop judging them and start guiding them. This can be hard because sometimes you have to allow your child to fail and learn for themselves. However, at the end of the day, they know that they can come to you. It is very important that you think about their growing feelings. It's hard to be a kid, especially in those awkward years, but you need to keep the lines of communication open so that when they are teens and in trouble, they know you will help support them. You will also want to give family night a chance. This means that you spend real time as a family. This could be on Saturdays when everyone is home or even after school and work. You will need to spend at least 2 or 3 hours together just doing whatever. You can go to the movies, go bowling, play a game, and so on. You need to have the family time so that you can work on building trusting relationships with everyone in your family. It is very important that you understand the difference between family success and marital success. It is important for the children that divorced parents still stay active in each other's lives by being able to share time with the children and be just as civil to each other. How to find key challenges you face personally. There are going to be a lot of obstacles that you will have to overcome, and there are going to be hurdles that you will also have to deal with in order to find your personal success. There are some tips on how you can overcome these obstacles, but you have to think about the way that you think about yourself and about your life in general. You will find that there are some times when you just hit a wall and want to give up. The key to success is being able to push yourself over the wall and be able to work on your own skills and goals at the same time. Have you ever heard of the saying, "To err is human"? The saying is completely true. As human beings, we make mistakes all the time. We make mistakes in the way that we act in life and the attitude that we show towards life. You have to consider what it is that is truly holding you back. Is it a real obstacle, or is it the way that you feel about yourself? The hardest obstacle that you will ever have to deal with is your own negativity. You will need to consider that the negative feelings will discourage you, and it will also make you feel like you are completely worthless at times. You need to learn how to let go of the negative feelings and replace them with positive feelings. Basically, you will need to keep in mind that the fact is positive feelings are the way that people find their success and happiness. To overcome the negative feelings, you can take care of yourself well. This means that you will need to eat, sleep, and exercise the recommended amounts. You may even want to get into massage therapy and traditional counseling to deal with your anxiety and negativity. There are a lot of people who are not easily discouraged. They work hard for what they achieve, but at the last minute quit. It seems so stupid to just quit at the last minute. When you see that finish line, you should rejoice, but some people will just give up. This is based on fear. There are a lot of people who fear success and also fear commitment. You need to understand that if you are willing to put in all the work, then you deserve your success. You deserve all that you get from the hard work. To get over your worthlessness, you will need to learn how to work on your self-confidence. You need to talk your feelings and fears out when they start to show up. Instead of quitting, you need to take your time and think about some of the ways that you can work through the anxiety. You may just need to take a step back rather than give it all up. Then there are the people who just don't work good under pressure. There are so many issues that pop up with the stress and the pressure that most people just can't handle it. Instead of exploding, you need to take a step back. Look at yourself and ask why you want to achieve this goal. Is it really for yourself or for the expectations that others have for you? You will need to talk to yourself about some of the fears that you have, and you will also want to talk through some of the pressure that you are feeling. A lot of people don't realize that their support can seem pushy and pressure at times. You just need to take a step back and talk to those who are pressuring you and ask the others to simply have faith in you. How to discover key challenges you face in your career. Are you worried about the potential changes that could hold you back in your career? You need to stop thinking about the potential challenges, but start thinking about the ways that you can deal with the challenges and how you can overcome your potential obstacles. There are going to be a lot of challenges that you face in your career, but it all depends on how to fold and bend with the challenges, or if you stand strong and overcome the challenges. The one challenge that you are going to have to face is the challenge of balancing your career and your family. You may find that as a woman you are going to have to take some time off to give birth and connect with your child, but over the maternity leave you are going to have to choose your job or your family at times. The key to overcoming this challenge is to decide what is best for you and what you will choose. It is easy to say that you will always choose your family, but you can't always do that. You can't always be at their soccer games, but you can be there for the important things. You need to also discuss with your boss about the challenge of balancing work and family, and most of the time they will understand if you have to go home early to take care of your child, as long as you don't abuse the family excuse. As for marriage, you're going to have to deal with challenges in your career. You will need to talk to your boss about how certain days you need to be home for dinner, and that you are not willing to put in the overtime. You won't always be able to share your weekends together, but you have to learn to keep the lines of communication open so that your wife or husband can understand where you are coming from when you blow off a dinner reservation or when you are unable to make some special event. There are a whole list of reasons or obstacles that you will find in yourself. You may just not feel secure in the job. You may fear that you will fear. You could have doubts about your abilities. You may not be able to handle change well. There are many more hang-ups that you could have with yourself, but you are going to have to learn how to deal with these feelings. You will need to take your time and talk things out. You will also need to take some time to prioritize yourself and your to-do lists so that you don't get overwhelmed. You need to prepare yourself for the hard days ahead so that you need to learn how to make your own time as relax as well. When you learn how to separate your work time and personal time, you will find that things won't seem so busy. For those who feel that there are a lot of obstacles blocking their career, then you may want to talk to a job counselor. A job counselor will help you to learn how to deal with the feelings and fears, while also helping you to move up and forward in the company or business. You will find that even talking to a friend or coworker for some advice can help you to feel a lot better about yourself and about who you are at the company or current business that you work for. Once you begin to feel secure, you will be able to enjoy work and the career that lies ahead for you. How to find out the key challenges you face as a business owner. There are a lot of obstacles and challenges that you are going to have to face as a business owner. You will need to make sure that you think about some of the goals that you have for yourself and the goals that you have as the business owner. You will need to keep your personal and business goals in mind through the challenges so that you don't lose sight of the ideas that you once had. As an entrepreneur, you will need to overcome some of the obstacles in order to find success for your business. These roadblocks exist for everyone who is a business owner, and they are by no fault of your own. You will need to keep yourself in check every now and then so that you can track your personal gain from the goals that you have, but also so that you can keep yourself moving forward. The most common obstacle that you will run into is the fact of funding. You will start a business, you may not realize that it is going to take a lot of capital to get the business going, even if you are buying a business. You will need to take into consideration that you are going to have good credit and also good credit options. You will find that this obstacle is so easy to overcome, but it does take a little bit of planning. If you want to overcome this, you will need to have a good business plan to present to the bank so that you can do the most funding that you can get as a startup capital. You will also need to use the plan in order to get investors, silent or just a business partner, so that you can keep the funds rolling in. It will take at least 2 years for a business to start generating money. If you honestly would like to start a business, you will need to have enough funds to cover the general bills for at least 2 years. This will keep the financial issues at bay. Secondly, you have to discover the fact that you have many responsibilities. You need to make sure that you can give the business the proper amount of time, but also not neglect your school or family responsibilities. You will need to make sure that the drawers are counted at the end of the night, but you also need to be home to tuck your kids into bed. It is very important that your mate understands how important it is for you to have a business success, and how also it is important that you have the success at home. They will need to give you some slack and support when it comes to the family roles. Finally, you are going to have to overcome your feelings. You may find yourself feeling insecure about your age or even the business. As long as you know that this is what you want, and that you know that this is something that you would like to pursue, then you need to gain the confidence to support your business. You will find that confidence through the planning of the business, by having a good startup fund, and also by having the support of your family. Keep in mind that it is hard to run a business, and it takes a lot of time, money, and energy to make a successful business. Do you have what it takes right now to focus on other areas of your life and the business? You will need to have the support of your family and loved ones to really make the business work. Success coaching strategies you can use daily. You will want to consider the fact that there are some strategies that you will need to use for things that happen in your daily life. There are a lot of stress and anxieties that you will have throughout the day. You will need to learn how to overcome your stress and how to overcome your feelings so that you can find success in your career and in your personal life. The first thing that you will find is stressful in your life is the financial issues. There never seems to be enough money in the world for you to be able to live the life that you wish to have. You will find that sometimes it is so hard even to make ends meet. You will need to learn how you can deal with your financial troubles so that you can focus on other areas of your life. You will find that a life coach can help you to deal with your financial troubles and get you on the proper budget so that you and your family can have plenty of money. You could also take matters into your own hands and get a second job. When you start adding things into your life like a second job, you are going to have to consider the fact that you are simply adding more stress to the other areas of your life. Dealing with your personal life stress can be just as low. You need to learn how to make yourself feel better about your personal life by learning how to relax in your free time. You need to learn how to separate work from your personal time and also learn how to focus on yourself. A lot of people who are single will get a hobby that will feel like most of their personal time so they can come home and have something to unwind them. You will also find that the things that you do in your free time need to be healthy. This means that you cannot allow yourself to get involved with drugs or alcohol. You also need to learn how to take care of yourself so that you can work on having a healthy and fulfilling life. You will want to consider the fact that you need to sleep well, eat well, and also exercise. There is also a negative in everyone's life that is known as restlessness. Restlessness is when you feel that you need to do something, but you have nothing to do. You will then become depressed, and it can go downhill from there. You will need to keep yourself busy, but you also need to learn to appreciate your time to relax. If you can come home and know that you are well prepared for work the next day, then you should use the extra time as a reward. You got all your work done quickly, so now you can come home and watch some TV and play with the dog. Accept the fact that you need time where you do nothing but relax and unwind, so that you can be prepared for tomorrow's stress. Lastly, you will have to deal with times where you have no time. You have more on your plate than you need. It is very important that you think about learning how to manage your time wisely and prioritize so that everything gets done and you don't have to deal with the added stress of dealing with a boss or your mate. When you properly begin to work on your time management, most things will just fall into place and you will be able to overcome a lot of obstacles without stress and/or anxiety. This is the end of Success Coaching. Thank you for listening.